Welcome back to this pick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
And this is going to be our final game, the recap. Chargers defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers 33-30. Last second field goal. Let me get some stats knocked out. Phil Rivers had a pretty good game, 300 yards, 2 tubs. Jackson, I don't remember his first name, had a pretty good game, 63 yards, a touchdown on 8 carries. Keelan Allen had a monster game, almost 150 yards and a touchdown on 14 catches. Big Ben had a decent game, I guess. Almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. James Conner didn't do really much. He had 15 carries for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. Antonio Brown had a really great game, and Juju had a pretty good game as well. AB had 154 yards and a touchdown. A really amazing route he ran and scored a touchdown for them. Big Ben threw it up there, and AB caught it, and that was one of the big play for him the whole game. Alrighty, Pittsburgh, man, that's a really weird team. They can be really great at times, and they've been really weird at times. The whole season, and especially in this game, they were playing really, really well most of the game on all phases, playing really great defense, getting a lot of pressure on Phil Rivers, making him look not as great as he is. But Keenan Allen started becoming a monster, and Phil Rivers started to get a lot more protection. He started playing really well. On defense, the Chargers started getting more pressure on Big Ben, and Big Ben started not playing as well. Joey Bosa had a really great sack on Big Ben. Yeah, man, you got to close games. This is the first game that the Steelers have lost at home when they were leading at a certain point during the game. And
yeah, the wild stat real quick, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
they have 220, before this game, they had 220 wins in a tie. They had no losses at home. And when they had it was a certain amount of lead. So that's a wild stat.
I think it was like a 17-point lead.
Yeah, man, yeah. So that's a wild stat. That's a crazy 220 wins and no losses.
Yeah, that's really great. And that happens when you don't close games.
Yep.
You let a really good Chargers team back in this one, and Chargers didn't blow like they usually do. They didn't miss a field goal, which I was telling Ryan that they're about to, and 3 offside penalties, which is really weird.
In a row. Yeah.
Really weird. That really put the Chargers in a position to win this game, and they won this one. Great win by Anthony Lynn. Big Ben and the Steelers still not out of playoffs, of course. Don't have a lot of confidence in the AFC North right now, so I still think they win the division, but I don't think they want to play the Chargers. I don't think they want to play the Patriots in the playoffs, so and I think they're going to have to play one of those teams or the Chiefs, so I don't think they want to play one of those teams, so Steelers got a lot of things to figure out.
Yep.
Hopefully James Conner's not hurt. He hurt his ankle.
Banged up,
and it might be serious, it might not be, I don't know yet, but if it is serious, that's going to cause a lot of pressure on the Steelers because their backup running back's not terrible, but I don't really know who he even is, and that's not a good thing. That puts a lot of pressure on Big Ben. That puts a lot of pressure on Juju and AB. So hopefully James Conner's okay, and they can get some things figured out and get into these playoffs and make some damage. But great win by the Chargers, man. So happy for Phil Rivers and his 1,000 kids. Yeah, man, great win by the Chargers, man. I thought they were going to win this one, and they did.
Yeah, this win helps him definitely put another table, more food on their table, because they do got a lot of kids. He's working on his 10th one, so.
I think it's his 8th or 9th or something.
No. He has 9 kids. He's working on 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's definitely got a table full of kids to feed. So this is a great win for them. Usual, typical Steelers and Chargers game. Definitely a tale of 2 halves, man. First half was definitely taken over by the Steelers. They were up 23-7 by half. So just like the announcers said in the game, that this is kind of starting to look like one of those Steelers games where they just kick the crap out of a team and go home with a victory. But Nope, tell it two halves, man. Chargers came out in the second half and said, "No, we're gonna fight back." And not only they fought back, they took the lead. So, yeah, man. Phillip Rivers played really amazing. He's making his strong case for MVP. Definitely hurt Drew Brees in the race, losing to Dallas to only score 10 points in that game. So, if which is I don't think is going to happen unless Drew Brees completely falls off and has a terrible rest of the season. I don't see it happening. But you know, this game definitely helps Phillip Rivers in the last game, having 25 straight completions helps. So he's definitely looking like an MVP this season. So he had a really solid game. This rookie running back that came in for him, Jackson, really stepped up. 8 carries, 63 yards, touchdown. He was kind of looking like a Le'Veon Bell. I mean, not to compare him like completely, but he was. He had. There was times he would have patience in the pocket and find the gap and gain 5 or 6 yards that looked like it couldn't have gained anything. So they might got themselves a young, talented running back, even though they don't really need help in that. They need help in that position because you know they got Josh Gordon still. So. Or Melvin Gordon, excuse me. But yeah, man, that's another weapon for Phillip Rivers. So yeah, man, this was definitely the battle of the two of the top receivers between Keenan Allen and Tony Brown. They both had amazing games. Both of them almost had 160 yards equal in this game. They both had one touchdown. So it's a battle of the top receivers, and Keenan Allen ended up coming out of it with the victory. Honestly, Big Ben should have had 3 touchdowns. He missed the easy one to one of his young receivers. I don't know who it was. They got billions of these things that they're creating back there in their lab.
Hunter. I think it's Hunter was his name, and he got hurt in the play.
Oh yeah, that's right. He messed up his wrist. But yeah, he was wide open. I mean, completely wide open, and Big Ben missed him, and that's an important touchdown that they missed right there. So, Big Ben, to me, Big Ben was definitely not as sharp as Big Ben has been. Granted, we know Big Ben for not being sharp at times. That interception he threw was
weird,
awful. Like me and him say, at times Big Ben has those Eli Manning interceptions where you're like, how or who are you throwing to? Yeah. And that was definitely one of them. Kind of figured maybe his arm got hit. No, nobody hit him. He threw it up there like he was playing rugby or something.
He was ducking. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't know who he was throwing to, but yeah, it got picked. So Big Ben definitely wasn't on his game today. He was, especially in that second half. Like I said, the second half is where he missed that touchdown and he threw that weird reception. So that second half of that game, he started looking like bad Big Ben. Yeah. Like I said, like he mentioned, Connor got hurt, which is going to hurt this team if he can't bounce back. Because that's going to kind of make them one-dimensional if this other running back that they have doesn't really produce. So if he doesn't, then that's going to make this Steelers offense very one-dimensional. I mean, they do got the receivers. They got a couple of really solid tight ends and Jesse James and Vance McDonald, but you still got to have somewhat of a running game. So that's going to make it tough for them, but hopefully Connor can come back. Yeah, man, great win for the Chargers. Like I said, what a comeback. This honestly looked like it was just going to be a blowout, and the Chargers going to get stomped on, and the Steelers going to go home with an easy one. But no, man, Chargers fought back, came back in the second half. Phillip Rivers balled out, and yeah, man, they got a very big win, and they're 9-3, looking good. Steelers going to have to keep winning. They can't, to my eyes, they can't lose much more because that one tie that they have with Cleveland is very important. That kind of messes things up for them. But if they can keep winning, then I think they're going to be okay. But if they lose a couple more, I think they're going to get in that kind of danger zone where they're going to be like a wild card or something. But yeah, they got to keep winning. And Chargers, hopefully they can keep winning and going. I want to see Phillip Rivers at least make it to a Super Bowl. So I'm rooting for these Chargers and Phillip Rivers to get him there. So hopefully they can keep on trucking.
Well, that's all I gotta say about this game.
Yeah, that'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe. course, love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. See you on the next one.